सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। पूज्य माँ भगवती, पूज्य Sri Arvind, you all are the chosen children of our Divine Mother. The way Mother launched the vision in toto of Sri Aurobindo in physical absence of Sri Aurobindo is a bigger challenge. Many a time Mother, until her mind became totally psychicized to receive the intimations directly from supermind at universal level, from supramental at universal level, and for cellular transformation of her body in a pattern that is required for the creation of the new interim race from the supramental body of Sri Aurobindo. So there are two dimensions dynamically active for Mother to assimilate. One, that is the direct intimation for supramental, that is descended of 1956 of 29th of February. That is one parameter. Another parameter is the mind of light that is transmitted on 5th of December 1950 by Sri Aurobindo's physical body to the physical body of the Mother. So for transformation and transfiguration of physical body of the Mother, it was the force of her mind of light transmitted by Sri Aurobindo to the Mother is at work, and to simultaneously to transform the physicality of the universe, to transform the physical cells of the universe, to transform the physical cells of the concrete matter. As per Einstein, the supramental force also transmit every moment certain dimensions which are made universally active by Mother. So Mother is working at two levels. Her individual level, receiving intimations from supramental body of Sri Aurobindo, and universal transformation, the transformation of earth, preventing earth to enter into the dissolution as pralay. So the death of the earth is also to be prevented, and death of the body is also to be prevented. So we'll have to connect mind of light for the transfiguration and transformation of body of the mother, physical body of the mother, and intimations from supramental directly from the supramental light that was descended, received by mother and received by earth 6 years after Sri Aurobindo's Samadhi. And both are working, both are executing, both are executed by mother simultaneously at a time. So time is also to be made timeless. Space is also to be spiritualized. Universal space is also to be spiritualized. An individual physical matter of the body, that is also transfigured in such a way that human matter of the body of the mother, as Mela Alfonso and mother of Pondicherry Ashram, was also to be transformed into a divine matter for supramental body, and mother was to give birth at individual level to her body, her supramental body, and at the universal level a new world is born. So this is two-way simultaneously program of transformation is going on. That is difficult to digest from here, and Satprem is also confused many a times. But mother used to make a clarity in such a way that repeatedly mother uses the same terminology again and again to clarify the mind of Satprem, to receive how at two levels my consciousness is working, how at two levels my ever ascending consciousness is working, and how at two levels the vision of Sri Aurobindo without any distance and contradiction launched. This is the programming. Satprem writes, it is the mind of the cells which holds the key to death, or rather to non-death, to the state in which death and light change into something else in which the opposition no longer exists. There is no opposition. Exists. At universal level also, the same vision is launched. At individual level also, the same vision is launched. At universal level, it is life divine that is being emerged. At individual level, the supramental body is emerged. Mother says, what I have learned, the religions have failed because they were divided. This is what we have seen rather. So Satprem writes, I am suddenly reminded of this strange verse from the Vedic Rishis going back 5,000 or 7,000 years. He uncovered the two worlds, external and in one nest. External world, that is the world life divine to be given birth. And internal net, that is human mortal body, is to be converted and transformed into supramental body. As mother was frequently, many a times, seeing and contacting while transforming her own body. So under the patronization of Sri Aurobindo's supramental body, the supramental body of the mother is being formulated, as for 9 months in the body of the mother, the body of newborn baby is formulated. See, science is not neglected. Biology is not neglected. Physical sciences and the truths of physical sciences are also not neglected. As cellular patterns is just shown, and the cellular pattern gets expanded in such a way that the baby gets perfect body at the last moment prior to the birth. That is how mother transformed her body into supramental body. No biological process, no process of maternity or delivery, but mortal body itself projects itself in such a way that we can have the supramental body of the mother, and that is what Satprem says it, body, a new body, and mother also defines it to be a new body. So that is the ultimate stage of supramental body. But supramental body and the mortal body in between, there are so many types, so many levels of interim race, and that is Sarhom. Mother gave nomenclature of Sarhom to all different species. So our human species will have to pass through all these layers beyond mind. Human mind is what we are experiencing, and the new mind that is being bestowed upon us in next birth, latest by next birth, is the mind beyond mind. The whole question now lies in this: with or without a body, meaning whether the body will have the power or the ability to cross over to the other state. Our mind and our body as such we are possessing at present, which is mortal, committed to death, can have this power to give birth to the new body, to be in the new supramental body. That is a very first doubt raised by Satprem. We also at present raise doubts whether it is possible or is a willful thinking. So many scholars of the world and of India including, suspending this vision of Sri Aurobindo that it is wishful thinking. On the ground of wishful thinking, it is in all different sources and different levels suspended. But Sri Aurobindo scientifically synthesized and scientifically integrated her vision at two different levels. One level that is universal level, and one level that is individual level, and the third level that is Paratpar, Parabrahma, triune infinity in its triune form. That is what the state of consciousness of Savitri in Savitri, while bringing Satyavan's soul back to the body, to the human body. That is energy, the triune infinite. Energy at the level of energy in the form of triune infinite, Sat, Chit and Anand. But it is infinite. Savitri in individual body, while bringing soul of Satyavan to the same human body. The human body of Satyavan was mortal body, and the energy, the psychic of Satyavan was so raised by Savitri, following and pursuing Yamraja in Savitri at the time of dialogue with death. So there symbolically Sri Aurobindo has written in energy. It is not Einstein energy. It is the energy beyond Einstein. Energy after Einstein. Energy, capital energy, is up to mc square. That was science. It was in toto accepted by Sri Aurobindo. And energy as mc square accepted by Sri Aurobindo, and raised the level of energy to the ultimate, where that energy becomes infinite. So entire physics and this mind of self starts with new physics. It starts with new. So science is also not rejected. There is no ground for any scholarship to reject Sri Aurobindo's vision on the ground of scientific formula or scientific truth up till now. Nobel Prize winner scientists also propounded certain principles for which Nobel Award was awarded to them are all in toto accepted and synthesized and integrated by Sri Aurobindo in his vision. So this is not merely a wishful thinking, but it is a concrete reality beyond understanding and comprehension of the scholastic scientist. See, that is to be rightly understood if we want to give as neutral scholar to the vision of Sri Aurobindo, we must accept science and spirituality to be rationally, logically, supra-psychologically and spiritually integrated. Vedic rishis going back 5,000 or 7,000 years, he uncovered the two words eternal and in one nest. That is, Rigved says. Satprem does it. Satprem has written here commentary on the quotations and statements directly coming to him by mother. But not just like a faithful, loyal devotee on the basis of trust, on the basis of scientific truth, on the basis of psychological rationality, and on the basis of Vedantic truth, rishis experienced, implemented, and written down in Vedas 7,000 years back. So we can have the exact idea of the magnitude of this truth. The whole question now lies in this: with or without a body, meaning whether the body will have the power or ability. Supramental body is no longer a physical body. Supramental body of Lord Kalki will be no longer a physical body. Krishna's body was over mental consciousness. So Krishna had to give up his body after 125 years of lifespan. Now, supramental body of Kalki will have not to be any event of death as such. Any event of death as such. Because it can appear, it can disappear. It doesn't require body. As a matter of fact, body of Lord Krishna also doesn't require body. It was the part of his Leela. It was the part of his avatar karya. It was the part of his incarnation mission that we have been receiving directly from the all different episodes of Srimad Bhagavat. So Srimad Bhagavat is not imaginary. It's not wishful thinking. It's not full of miracles and mysteries. It is the exposition of Krishna consciousness at over mental level as per Sri Aurobindo's diction, playing, presenting and demonstrating the divinity amongst forms of mortality. Human race is mortal, but among the mortal human species, amongst the mortal human beings, Lord Krishna is over mental consciousness playing his part of avatar karya, avatar mission as individual. So the difference between supramentalized Krishna and over mental Krishna is also clearly understood and spelled out by mother while giving new body from his mortal body, and new body is supramental body. The whole question now lies in this: with or without a body, with or without a body. That supramental body can project itself, work itself, execute anything and everything as new reality without body also and with body also. will have the power or the ability to cross over the other state and gradually to change its old conditions into a new condition. Lord Krishna appeared before Meera, appeared before Narsi, appeared before Gura Kubar, appeared before all different devotees, and appeared before even human beings of an ordinary race, of an ordinary category and cadre. Here, in our this yuga, in this age, is that body, and which appears also, which disappears also. And Sri Aurobindo has written in Savitri, body was not there because bodies were needed not, soul itself was its deathless form. It is the soul that becomes the deathless form. So it is the psychic that becomes the deathless body that was given birth by mother prior to her samadhi, prior to 17th November, prior to 24th November of 1973. Conditions into a new condition. Whether the body can remain a living link between the two worlds, to stand where the living and the dead are together. And the condition, present condition, mother is reciting certain things before me and I am recording all these things. At that time the condition of mother's body which I am seeing at present with my mortal eyes is the condition of death and condition of life. So life and death are so well integratedly lived by the mother at this time. None can say that mother is dead and none can say that mother is supramentalized. That is the condition. Link between the two worlds, to stand where the living and the dead are together, undifferentiated. There is no difference between death and life that is being lived by the mother at present before my very nose in this room. Or whether it will continue its old habit of disintegration, open its cell and die in order for the human being to return again and again inside the web. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mrutasya. Will this body of mother, will this psychic of mother have this repetition of birth similarly as human body? That is the doubt on the part of Satprem. But he himself just answers to his own query, undifferentiated. No, it is undifferentiated. I cannot differentiate. That mother is now to take birth again. This is also human birth as such is the last human birth, and this is the moksha of the mother in human body. And this moksha will be available to the new interim race hereafter. So this is undifferentiated. Or whether it will continue its old habit of disintegration, open its cell and die in order for the human being to return again and again inside the web until he has found the key to the illusion, until one psychic of one human body can find this key in the human body to remove and root out the illusion of death. Why the illusion? So that we may find what two contented species was able to find before us, probably because it was too contented within its species. This is what Satprem's view. We are satisfied with our own species. We are satisfied with the little jump of our mind, and we take it for granted to be all in all. We take it for granted to be absolute. We take it for granted is to be perfect. Mental consciousness is all in all. What I think is all right. What I think is correct. What I think is God. What I think is God, that is our little jump of little mind It is the dance of the doll. We take it for granted, a cosmic dance of Lord Shiva. This is our tragedy, and this is illusion. We are not perfect human beings. Our mind is not perfect mind of human being. Our experiences are not perfect experiences of the human being. We are still jumping from animality to mentality, and once again from mentality to animality. The power to undo the genetic braiding that binds us to a certain type of species and locks us into a single way of living. It is our genetic structure, it is our genetic pattern, it is our cellular pattern that binds us to certain dead habits of the level of the human being we are. Everybody as human being is working, standing, existing at all different levels. No one can be compared with another one. No two men, no two women are same exactly. Tunder matir bhinna. Every individual has got the intellectual level different. Not only that, every individual has got the level of existence different. Locks us into a single way of living. Our way is a single way of living. Prakriti, every individual is guided by that individual Prakriti. One cannot compare himself with anybody else. So no imitation. Everyone should try to find out one's own urges, tendencies, trinity of physical being, vital being and mental being, guided and governed by one's own psychic, because the level of every individual psyche is different at present. While the goal of evolution, if there is one, but the goal of evolution is one. Everyone has the goal of evolution is one, to be supramentalized after the supramental descent on the earth. Keeping goal, our goal is common. Ways are all different. Ways of our Prakriti are different. Our Prakriti creates our own wave. So everybody's wave, everybody's orbit, everybody's cellular pattern is different. It varies from individual to individual. If there is one, is to be everything. If there is one, Satprem just explains himself to convince totally, looking at the present condition of the mother. If there is one, is to be everything and leave everything and integrate all the ways of being. We must integrate all the ways of being. Why mother is passing through this plight, unbearable plight, why mother is suffering this much, to rearrange, to reorganize. Organization was the word used by the mother. To reorganize her cellular pattern. Why? To be universalized supramental body. Supramental body will be universalized supramental body. It can have all divinity. It can have all energy. It can have triune energy. It can have infinity. Everything, and leave everything and integrate all the ways of being. Those known and those will unknown. Those still unknown. Known also will have the same destiny. Known also will have the same fate. And unknown, those who are unknown unknown by this new vision of Sri Aurobindo, which is being implemented by Mother herself. It is Yoga Maya herself, triune energy herself is executing this experiment. Existence is a divine experiment. Existence is not a human experiment. That is reality. We people also have to accept it. And we people have to rebuilt our image of supramental being. What type of supramental being will be? That image with our little mind will have to base it on this conceptual clarity. Ways of being, those known and those still unknown, within a single free and happy individual being. If we are single, if we are really free, and if we are happy individual being, then only we can put trust in the vision of Sri Aurobindo. Otherwise we are also likely to be deviated. It's a living and vigilant choice. We must have living choice, but we must be completely, perfectly vigilant, not to be deviated here, there and everywhere, with becoming victims of the play of our own mind. We are the victims of the play of our own mind. Is this true? How can it be true? This is not my experience. This is not my grandfather's experience. This is not my grandmother, who was a tremendously wiser than we all people. And how can we believe it? So Satprem consults his own soul and consults his own mind while seeing the existence of the divine experiment, while witnessing the divine experiment being performed by divinity itself. This power, Satprem ultimately got convinced totally and admits this power, the power which I can see being executed by old, tremendously old body, just standing on the threshold of mortal death. I can come to this conclusion: this power is the mind of the cells. This power is the mind of the cells. As I told you in the morning, mind is light, mind is divine, mind is beauty, mind is Satchit Anand, and mind is the representative of the supramental power. That is why Sri Aurobindo's yoga starts with the mind.